Hello, I'm going to show you guys a little bit about the assessment tool Google Forms, and you do need a Google account to use Google Forms, but luckily Stockton students are required to have a Google account for Google applications and Gmail like Google Forms. So you can see up top here that there are different default settings for whatever type of assessment that you would like to give to your students, such as assessments, exit tickets, worksheets, or course evaluations. I've went and made an assessment already to show you guys. And you can see here that this is how you add questions, note important questions, add titles and descriptions, images, videos, and sections. So this is a title and this would be a description. I went and made a title and description over here saying that this quiz is a practice guide to show my professor and students in the classroom how to use Google Forms and create and grade assessments. So you can see that in the bottom right corner of each question you'll see if you want it to be required or not, and you can adjust the number of points if you click answer key and go up or down. I chose not to make any points for me. So you put their name and their email, and I asked which of the following is required for the tool setup, and like I said earlier, you do need a Gmail account. The way that you would make that this is the correct answer, like this little check here, is to go to the answer key and you can click multiple or just one correct answer. Select the benefits of using Google Forms, and I have made this question 5 points because there are 5 benefits, and that it is a cloud-based online assessment with free data storage using the cloud, and that it is all digital so that you don't have to worry about losing or ruining any of the students' papers, and it also saves on paper. And lastly, it is viewable from any computer that has internet access. Also, this is something that I wanted to note, that there are different ways that you can create your questions, like short answer, paragraph form, multiple choice, checkboxes, or drop downs. And you can see that I already did some short answers, multiple choice, some checkboxes, and this is a long answer text to describe your favorite key features of Google Forms, and you can edit the feedback. And the answers that I was looking for was that it is pre-arranged common form defaults such as the exit tickets, assessments, worksheets, or course evaluations that I've shown earlier. And there are different question types which I've also just went over, like multiple choice, drop downs, and etc. So which of the following is not a tool limitation? And you can see I marked this one correct. So I will go over the tool limitations. One of them is that everyone needs internet access in order to use Google Forms, which usually isn't a problem on campus because there is free Wi-Fi. There is limited design customization, so there are many different ways that you can customize your form. However, there's not much outside of these options. And lastly, security might be a little bit of an issue. They must create a strong password and keep it private in order to keep their responses and the forms that they created secure. This, however, is an advantage. It's that the forms are integrated with Google Spreadsheets, and that way you can use the spreadsheets to view the data and the responses that students give. Lastly, some of the ways that you can integrate this tool in a learning environment is that you are able to share the results with others, and you can even create the assessments collaboratively, meaning students can create them with other students or teachers, and teachers can also make these forms together. Lastly, it is a quick way to give out a formalized or informal assessment to your students, whether it just be a course evaluation or an exit slip, to get a better understanding of their knowledge. Lastly, when you are done making your quiz, you can send it out, and you can send it to anyone with an email address, and you might want to click this So you can send the form in the email as well, or they can just click it in the email that they've got. And I've already gone ahead and done this and sent it to myself, so you could see that the responses is 1. And this is a summary of the number of students who responded and the points that they've gotten, noting their scores, the names, and the emails. And you can see the correct responses in this chart for each question. And this, you could see the responses, like emails of the people who responded, and like by question, you could see that. And then I like this one personally because this way you can see the test, how the student sees it, and their answers of how they put them in, and you can adjust the points on the questions that they've gotten, which is good for the short answer, so that way you can test, or you can give the appropriate grade to the responses that the student gives. And when you are done, you can save it and you can release the score to the student to show them what they got.